Last time on Fate Extra Triple C.
7 months, 8 hours, 12 minutes? What? What's going on? Hello, Ronnie. Ronnie, I don't know what's going on. Dead people are here. Saber? Oh, why? That's two. Hey. Hi, Rin. Yeah, she's basically wearing a thong. I don't know if I ever pointed that out in the original game. I guess I didn't think about it. No, I swear. No, absolutely not. I didn't comment on your legs a lot in my first playthrough. Girl's body is soft, sweet, and fragile to the touch. Oh, that makes sense. Whoa. Progression of time. What, 90? What? Greetings, my beautiful viewers. I am the Hunter of Comedy, and welcome back to Fate Extras. I don't know why I do that. I still am not sure if it's supposed to be like, CCC or Triple C or just, But either way, welcome back. I'm just going to call it Triple C. Welcome back to Fate Extra Triple C. So, I started this up last time, and dear God, was it fun. A slutty nun hit on me, and then fell on top of me, and we met a gamer girl who lives in the storage room? And this is all weird because people that should be dead are not, and they don't remember, the original timeline that I said, it's supposed to be like a sequel. But, I don't know exactly what's going on, so... Okay. So, I think we're... Head to the entrance. That's what we're doing. Oops! I forgot there's a speed toggle. I accidentally pushed it. Yet again, I feel pain rushing through my left hand. It's a strange bruise on the back of it. Oh, no! No! I need that! No, that's my last one! Yeah, this is bad. I need that. That's the last of my command seals. When they all gone, I no longer a master. And if I know a master, Saber, no, stay with me. Need this bad. Am I worried about the bruise because of my headache, or or do I have a headache because of the bruise? I have no idea. Yeah, before I go home, before the morning comes, I should have someone take a look at this. Leo would be fine. Rin, Tosaka, or Rani would be fine. Wouldn't even mind Shinji. Anyways, if I show this command seal to someone I know, I'm sure that... Yeah, she's remembering things! What? What? Due to inflation? Wait, the Holy Grail has been sold off? What? How? Why? What's going on? Why do I have no value? I won the war last time! No real life. What was that announcement just now? No, more importantly, what's this bizarre transformation? Help me! Everyone's being stabbed, breaking, melting. Oh, everyone's being processed, killed. Oh, nutsack! Ah! This did not happen in the original game. What the hell is happening? Feeling the danger, I looked outside. It was dark, as if I was staring into a hole. Forget the entrance, window after window being covered with that black noise. I have to run for it! It wouldn't be good if I got touched by the black noise. If it's engulfed the entrance and the windows, the only way left is up. Okay! I'm going up, I guess! Oh, it's like a sea of like... Blah, blah, blah. He didn't remember either. Was that Shinji's voice? Oh, no. Oh, he did. Shinji reaches out to me. He's begging for help with his eyes strained in fear. But whether it's quivering of his mouth or his pride, the words help me won't come out. Yeah, he was our first opponent in the original game, so it kind of makes sense that he dies first. I mean... sold on eBay. Oh, that's horrible. Roostus, for you, in the original game, like, the whole school was like a fabrication that people had to remember wasn't real as part of a test to join the Holy Grail War. And we barely did it. And thing is, like... So, this whole game takes place on a highly advanced alien computer server on the moon. Yeah, because in this game, mages are hackers. Like, they still summon, like, spirits and everything, but they summon them, like, inside this digital, like, fantasy. And Shinji, in real life, is only 8 years old. He was, like, the best gamer in the world. He didn't realize he was signing up for a death game when he did it. So, yeah. It's real sad, but, sorry, Shinji, you gonna die. I ain't touching you. There's no saving him anymore. No point in rushing over to him now. On top of that, if I get too close, the noise would overwrite me, too. All I can do is ignore Shinji and climb up the stairs. And yet, my hands and feet move before I can think. I race over to take Shinji's hand. Yeah, that was our fatal flaw. We gave a shit. Shinji's body is heavy. No, it's that he's been rooted. Lower half of his body's already fused into the hallway. Oh, it's the first time Shinji's actually been nice. Shinji lets go of my hand, stifling his fears. His crying eyes tell me to not come over here. He's keeping his hand out of reach for help by his own will. Wow, like, that's the actual character development. Holy shit, he didn't get that in the original game. Right, he thought he could go back, but he died once. Like this, like, you know, like, this confirms it. He remembers. Wow. Like, his original death was very similar. He was like, in the original, he was like crying, and he died like saying how unfair the game was because he didn't realize it wasn't a game. It was a death war. So, yeah. Oh, man. My outstretched hand was empty, powerless to save anything. The man who called me Hakuno Kishinami, his friend, cruelly vanished before her very eyes. With a thump, a remarkably loud heartbeat echoes in my ears. I wonder, what's this feeling in my chest? It's not that I'm afraid of the abnormalities before me. I feel nauseous. I don't know what it is. I'm suffocating, but I don't know why. You're having emotions. I can't stop here. Right now I need to get away from that noise. Noise is actually what enemies were called in the original game. No, don't. My mind is melting? Oh my god. The fuck? No way. This isn't supposed to... Well, tell me, these aren't the prelims? Oh, yeah, because like I said, they had preliminaries in the original. But, like, it's different. Nothing is happening the way the original game was. Where's Leo? We haven't seen Leo for a while. Leo was our final opponent, and he was our friend in this weird, digital space. Where the fuck did he go? I mean, if anyone could make it out of this alive, it's Leo, I believe it. And when I reached the top, I couldn't believe my eyes. The sky's black. The city is black. Even the ground I'm looking at has been dyed black. I love a good mix-up second game. Yeah, no, because that's the thing is, like, when this game was released, people, like, it was marketed as, like, an expansion. It was marketed as, like the definitive edition. Hey, what up, Sempre? It was marketed as like the definitive edition of like Fate Extra, but it turned out to be a sequel instead of a definitive edition. It's completely different than the original. It's like an ocean of night. In an instant, the surface of the world was coated in darkness. Single saving grace was that it still abided by the concept of height. The black ocean stretches from land to horizon, but the water level hasn't reached us here. Rooftop is still high enough to be safe, yeah, for now. Never watched or played this. Well, then you'll probably enjoy this, Sempre, because I still think that the Fate extra games are like the best way to be introduced to the world. No way. After I made it all the way here, who's pulling at my feet? Oh, Jesus. Stop it! Let go, Yuka! You're my friend, aren't you? Why are you doing something like this? I hear a scream from the third floor of the school building. Look back to go help them, but the third floor was already completely eroded by noise. They're already... No! Stop it! Don't come near me! Don't! I'll die! Not me! That noise is data. My confused mind calls up incoherent memories. No, it's because I'm so confused that I can remember things I've forgotten. Black noise melts together with the data of whatever it touches, systematically overriding it with its data. Rather than a bandage covering a wound, it's more like bacteria integrating itself with the wound. Oh, God. I'm fading! I'm fading away! No, not when I finally come back! Yeah, see, everyone seems to have memories of dying in the original war, which is weird because they shouldn't be here anyway. Like, they're dead. They're gone. They shouldn't be here. So, like... But my guess is, I'm not 100% certain, is that, even we, die at the end of the first game. So maybe this is like a place where someone gathered all the data of the people that died in the Holy Grail War or something, and that includes me because I also died. I don't know. I have no idea what's going on. Oh, they dead. Yeah, they dead. Voices completely disappeared. The data are overwhelmed and assimilated with their body, avatar. Their mind, represented by wedge shapes, the soul, was saturated by data and absorbed. Uh-oh. Again, the sense of nausea. My fingertips are shaking from this bizarre situation before me. Want to scream, someone help me, and my throat is dry. But it's not dry from terror. It's shaking from the fear. Why? Why does my body feel hot? Right now my heart beats strongly with the force of the direct opposite of fear. Adrenaline? What? A voice from the sky. No, it's echoing from the heavens. A sweet and seductive tone, a scolding / flirting, innocent yet wicked voice of a girl. Oh, that's bad. Oh, God. Wait, so someone made them all forget that they died? Who's my companion in this one? I chose Saber again because that was my original choice. Plus, they get a new outfit that's super hot. Without fighting, without effort, without getting hurt. Wait, what? What? I don't believe you. Oh no, no, oh no! I don't know what she means. She says that the world is ending. When I run out of footholds, I'll be swallowed up just like all the other students. The only thing I can do is tremble. I mean, yes, it's Italian for black, but it's also the name of Nero Claudius, you know, who is the person that, you know, they base this off of. It's a gender switch, you know, because in this version, Nero is female. But ironically, that works out kind of better in this story for some reason. Not just because they're female, but just because Nero was very, like, flamboyant and feminine in real life, apparently. So, yeah. Well, that seems rather rude and racist. That's it. The artist keeps telling me to give up, but I can't do that. Finally understand what that strong heartbeat, that sense of nausea is. This is anger. I'm gonna fight back and fight like hell. Right now, I'm gonna fight this voice. Whoever this is callously deciding that all the students are worthless. Wow. That is one thing I definitely like about the main character is they are too damn stubborn to ever give up. I mustn't look away. I mustn't give up. No, I can't give up. Even if this resistance ends up futile, Even if I know I can't run from this world, as long as there's blood in my body, I'll never. Wasn't something as great as being prepared to die. With just not wanting to give up, I jumped off the rooftop. Oh, I think we went against what they wanted us to do. Falling, falling, falling. Piercing through the ground that turned into an ocean of night. Hakuno Kishinami's body fell into a bottomless darkness. There's no end to this falling. Everything but my sense of direction has drifted away. Everything but my sense of self being torn apart. Not only is my vision peeling off in globs, but so are my possessions and memories. Soon, not even my bones will remain. It looks as if there's nothing more I can do. In other words, it's game over. I don't believe that. I cried out, "What the hell?" as I screamed insults at myself. That I was too rash, that I made a mistake, that I was wrong. In my tremendous regret, my face was filled with tears. What is she doing? Why is she jumping? Did she just jump off the roof? Yeah, I know, right? I love it. That too was futile. Because there's no one who can save me anymore. That's not true! Has a moment passed or an eternity? Nothing compared to falling through this space. It's like I'm weightless. I can no longer remember the light of day. The land I once stood on is now some 100 million light years away. My limbs have been suspended for so long that they no longer move as I want them to. It could be paralysis or maybe atrophy. My eyes have forgotten light and even lost their sense of function. Same with my mind. It grew tired of this unchanging world and is gradually closing itself off. My body's like mud. My heart is like lead. I want to lay my mind to rest already. I want to forget myself already. Worrying that I may be here forever, I want to avert my eyes and break already. But there's still something bothering me at the edge of my consciousness. It may be my imagination. It may be my mind clinging to a shred of hope, hallucinating. But there's a voice I just can't let go unheard. Anime Girl Field Depression Simulator, yeah. Voice is coming from far, far away, leaving a trail of light in its wake. Voice is completely burning up, yet it accelerates faster. Look to the sky. Reach out your hand. Just say the word. Call out for... My throat and lungs burn from thousands of years of disuse. My voice still won't come out. Even if I try to reach out, my fingers won't move. My mind accepts that it's just a hallucination and once again closes the lid on itself. And yet... I hear a voice say, "Don't give up." Numerous lights pass through the darkness. Even as it's breaking apart, I can see a meteor cutting through the darkness. Yeah! Saber! That is a grave offense to Nero. I know that radiance. I know that voice! My lost throat, my weakened arms fill with strength. That's right, her name is... Please come, Saber! Yeah! My hand touches an outstretched arm. It feels real. Wife cat, yeah. The sensation of endlessly falling is gone. All that remains in front of me is my dear old... Yeah. The sheer confidence in this blonde girl's smile shines brighter than all the stars in the sky. Though her physique is small, her spirit, her determination would triumph over an army of 1,000,000. Her gaze was like a golden flame, burning away the darkness before me. This is the sight of none other than Saber. The person I had forgotten up until now, who I couldn't completely forget even in this garden of oblivion, who swore to fight alongside me. Hakuno Kishinami's servant! She came to this darkness, which extends eternally. She came to save me, despite it burning her to do so. She's my irreplaceable comrade. She's my wife, excuse me. We had sex. Like, what's funny is, like, in the original, in the very original story, like, they had to cut that, but yeah, like, basically, if you progress, like, far enough, it's like, yeah, you become lovers with whoever your servant is, so, yeah! She's my wife. I mean, as many times as it takes. I mean, I'm already there, okay? Well, that's fair. I'm sorry. Saber grips my hand even tighter. A single flush of warm blood rekindles my frozen body. My slumbering mind has now fully awakened. Reality? Isn't reality where everyone's dead? And didn't I die in reality? Their battle tactic is the scissor. Saber's proclamation gradually fades from my consciousness. So does this dazzling sea of stars. So does the sight of Saber. No! In the end, the only thing I was sure of was the sensation of those fingers I touched. Even if everything else faded away, that feeling would remain. I touched a girl's hand. Oh. Save current progress. Yes. Chapter 1, Backyard of Eden.
女の話をしよう。目覚めた時から女は病理につながれていた。重い鎖はまんべんなく、つま先から頭までミイラのごとき死に化粧。自由がないと余人は哀れむ。自由はないと彼女は喜ぶ。鉄のドレスは難攻不落。城門開いたその奥にあるのは乙女か魔性の罠か。他人の秘密は蜜の味というが、さて。
I wonder if this is supposed to be like a hint at who I'm going to be fighting in this chapter as the boss.
脳波の正常活動を確認しました。アルファ波、ベータ波、平常、覚醒状態です。
What?
先輩、この声が聞こえますか？落ち着いてゆっくりまぶたを開けてください。
I hear a familiar voice. My hazy vision and consciousness come back to me, spurred on by the voice that's concerned about me. My heavy eyelids open. This game already ended? No. We just started, brother. Looks like I'm in an infirmary, and Sakura's here. An old-fashioned infirmary I've never seen on Seraph, in a style that no longer exists on the surface. Yeah. Sempre, to fill you in on a couple of things. So, most of the Earth's surface is uninhabitable now. There was a huge war that wiped out much of the population. And, scorched earth tactics and all that. So the few people that do remain are slowly trying to rebuild society. It's not going great because certain, influential people are like, well, we're descended from nobles, so what we say is more important than what you say, sort of thing. And so there's infighting and there's all this stuff. And in between all that, Seraph, which is the server on the moon, holds the Holy Grail War every once in a while. And one of the people that fought in the war, his name was Leo, was literally raised from the moment he was born to be the king of this world, this broken world, and genuinely believed that he could bring prosperity to everyone as long as they stayed in their place. He was like, the nobles will always be on top, but it's a noble's job to take care of the poor. So, he genuinely did want to do good, but his methods were flawed. And the biggest thing is that he was so powerful, both in terms of his own abilities and his servant, because he also summoned a saber servant. While a lot of other people use their hacking skills and everything to try to cheat in some way, he never did. His name was Leo, and Leo never cheated. Not once. He relied solely on his own strength and his own power. And he would have won the war, but we had to cheat to beat him. There's a big part of me that wants Leo to still be here. Especially because after you defeat Leo comes to a realization he's never had before. Leo's never lost. Ever in his entire life. He's never known the idea of struggle. He's never known the idea of losing and then picking yourself back up to fight again and do better. And so, just when we defeated him, just before he was deleted and he died, he realized that was the one thing he truly lacked to be a good king. but now he would never have the chance to act on it. It was very sad. Ugh. Leo was badass. I still have a huge respect for Leo as a character. Anyway, we're in Seraph now, which is on the moon. Yes, it is on the moon. We hacked into a server on the moon with our souls, apparently. Weird, but it works. I'm lying on a bed right now. Beside me is a girl in a white robe checking up on me. I think her name was... Oh, right, her name was Sakura, an AI in charge of managing the health of the masters. In the original game, she was just basically... She wasn't really much of a character at all. She was mostly a reference to the original because she's like... In the original story, she was like Shiro's childhood friend and one of the 3 heroines that... But yeah, Sakura wasn't big in the first game. She was literally just... Once a week, they would give you items. Like, you know, like healing items and stuff. Each chapter of the game took place over a week of time. You had a week to prepare to, like, learn about your opponent, who their servant was, and figure out everything you can about them, because in the Holy Grail War, the only way you win is by figuring out your opponent's weaknesses. Like, I mean, even Nero has a weakness. You know what it is? Silver. And not like, oh, you throw silver at her, she gets weak. She constantly suffered from migraines from drinking out of a silver chalice. She had silver poisoning. Like, it's one of the things that led to Nero's madness in both reality and the story. So, she is easy to provoke if you just remind her that she went crazy and failed her citizens. That's a weakness. So... yeah. I don't really understand what's going on, but it seems Sakura's been taking care of me. I have a new uniform, too. In place of a greeting, I say thank you. Oh, that's nice. She gets to be more of a character in this game, from what I heard. And for some reason, Sakura is making a really curious expression. Is there something weird on my face? Well, we were nice to her in that weird simulation we were just in. Wait, I was sleeping longer than everyone else? What does that mean? Who else is here? Sakura gave me a smile full of joy and relief from the bottom of her heart. Can't help but let my tension go. Feel like I just had some sort of nightmare. That smile alone blew all of my anxieties away. But no, I can't just stare at Sakura's beautiful smile forever. Where am I, and why in the world am I sleeping here? Do I know who I am? No need to think too hard for that one. My name is Hakuno Kishinami, a student attending Tsukumihara Academy, but not quite. I'm one of the wizards, Magi, who came to the moon to obtain the rights to the wish-granting Holy Grail. Wonder why Sakura is asking. Isn't that kind of considered the basics of basics? Wizards, Magi, are a special type of hacker capable of having their selves, their souls, enter cyberspace. His body is something that grounds the soul, so if the body and soul could be differentiated, wouldn't it be possible to send it elsewhere? That occult-like approach led to a new age in the transmission of information. of those hackers, the A-rank hackers among them, were conferred the title of Wizard Magus.
そうです。魔術が途絶えた現代において唯一魔術理論を継承する人々のことです。ところで今は西暦何年でここはどこですか?
Ah, trying to figure out what we know and what we don't know. Can they use the Grail for the world to be restored? Yeah, yes and no. That is kind of a loophole that no one thought of. The thing is, everyone who entered the Holy Grail War entered it for selfish reasons. No one fights in the Holy Grail War altruistically, at least not in this game. Because the wish is powerful. But mostly, like, the people fighting in it are like, I want more power, or I want the ability to influence people. Leo fought for the Holy Grail War not to use the wish, but to keep the Holy Grail out of other people's hands, so that in the future there wouldn't be anyone who could contest his reign. If he held all the cards, no one could put a stop to him. So yeah, like, Leo didn't even have a wish. We don't remember what our wish is. Rin, who was in the original, extra game, her wish was to basically put an end to all of the plutocracy that is quickly spreading by Leo's family and his faction. That's the closest you're gonna get. I don't know. I think that they may have said that the Holy Grail is powerful, but because it doesn't exist on Earth, it can't be used to, like, fix the Earth. All it can really do is give the person who made it, like, a personal, like, wish, like power or abilities or something. You don't even need to ask. It's the year 2030 AD. Human technology advancement froze in the 1970s. That's when the Western European plutocracy abolished the development of space travel. As a question of where, I don't really know the details, but I know enough. This is the moon, specifically the legacy of an alien civilization that was discovered on the moon. The artificial spiriton calculation apparatus, the moon cell automaton. The Holy Grail that sleeps in the sea of stars that the wizards of the earth dream of. The moon cell automaton has no will of its own. You could call it a huge computational device. Put simply, it's a supercomputer the size of the moon. Even all the computers in the world wouldn't be able to compete with the moon cell. This moon cell built a virtual cyberspace inside of itself called the Seraph, where wizards from all over the world, or rather, the Earth. This is one of the school-styled grounds made within Seraph. Wizards that have reached the moon compete against one another, with the last one standing invited into the to the moon cell's corners, given the right to use it. That is the Holy Grail, an almighty calculator with the power source, computational ability, to equivalent to a solar system.
はい。あなたたちマスターは聖杯を求めてこのムーンセルにやってきました。これを聖杯戦争と言います。
But hold on. But I know that, like, this game is like a sequel and that we died. So there's another Holy Grail War happening almost immediately after? Why?
弱き者に聖杯は与えられません。あなたたちは自分が生命として優れている最強であることを証明しなくてはならない。その方法としてムーンセルはあなたたちに戦闘を代行するソースを与えました。それは何ですか?
Something to fight with. Something vital to a wizard, a partner to fight alongside. That is, a servant. That's right, I remember now. For making it through the preliminaries and qualifying into the Holy Grail War, the Moon Cell gave me command seals and a servant. A reproduction of a hero from the past as a familiar to contract with. as a participating master, I think.
そこまでは問題ないようですね。じゃあこれが一番大事なことなんですけど、ですね、聖杯戦争中のこと少しでも覚えていますか？
I mean, I do. Well, yeah, of course I do. Of course I do. Wait. I know that I'm a wizard, but I don't remember a single thing about Hakuno Kishinami's past at all, which is the same as in the original game, and that's because, like I said, they're a ghost in the system. Actually, for what reason am I even participating in such a dangerous war to begin with?
やっぱり他の皆さんと同じですね。自分が誰なのかは覚えているけれど、聖杯戦争中の記憶は思い出せない。
That's because they all died, I think.
落ち着いて聞いてくださいね。あなたは自分がマスターであることしか思い出せない記憶障害状態なんです。
Memory loss. Don't really feel anything about that. But fact is, it's just as Sakura said, the only thing I can remember is that I'm a master. I can remember I was in the Holy Grail War, nothing about the battles I fought or the opponents I defeated. There's only a little I do remember vividly. Just a bit ago, I was an ordinary high school student going to school different from this one. I was swallowed up by an unknown darkness, and that I was saved from that predicament by my servant, Saber.
乱暴な言い方ですけど、聖杯戦争開始時の初期状態にリセットされたようなものなんです。
I've been reset? That's not good!
あなたは昏睡状態が長かったですから、もしかすると本当に自分の名前しか覚えていないのかも。
What about all the grinding I did? I did so much grinding! I was so powerful! No!
あれ？ということは、もしかして、私の名前、わかりますか？
Sakura asked me nervously. Seems like she's wondering if I forgot about her. Her name is, of course, Francis Xavier! That's a running joke. The Francis Xavier is a running joke because at one point one of the servants tries to trick you into forgetting yourself, and basically to the point of you forgetting yourself and then you cease to exist. Like, that was like one of their powers. But like, when you're trying to remember, like, if you've messed up and you can't remember your own name, you only remember yourself, like, they're like, what's my name? Francis Xavier! And it's just like, why?
はい、麻藤さくらです。改めてよろしくお願いしますね。あ、麻藤真二さんとは無関係ですよ。私の名字は聖杯戦争ごとに参加者の一人からランダムに拝借するものなので。とにかく急ぎ足でしたが、あなた自身の手で状況を確認していただきました。今私にできることはこれくらいです。もっと力になりたいんですけど、もう私には何の力もありません。皆さん同様、私も記録の検索機能がロックされていて、本当にごめんなさい。
Record browsing functions have been locked? What does that mean? You can't look up the system data? Sakura bows remorsefully, rises from her chair, then moves toward a corner of the room.
もしもし、こちら保健室です。目を覚ましました。精神、肉体ともに異常はありません。
それはよかった。では早速ですが、こちらに来ていただけるよう伝言をお願いします。
That sounds like Leo!
まだ目覚めたばかりですし、今は挨拶だけで。
申し訳ありませんが、その余裕はありません。事態は一刻を争います。それに彼女なら僕が言わずとも勝手に歩き回ります。僕の知っているという人はいつまでもおとなしくしている性格ではありませんから。
Does this mean Leo made it out too?
冷めたのならすぐに行動するでしょう。この新しくも古い校舎を調べ回った後、生徒会室に来るよう言ってください。
Sakura's transmission with that person ends. Come to the student council room, it sounds like.
今の通信聞こえていましたか？
I'll probably also do some grinding, like, in between streams. Yeah, I nod in answer. The way that person was speaking to me, annoyed me, but I do need to get moving now that I'm awake. Especially since I don't know what's going on. I need to grasp the current situation as soon as possible.
わかりました。生徒会室は2階に上がって左手側の教室です。また、サーバントは2階に上がって右手側の教室に待機してもらっています。脱列に顔を出してサーバントのパラメータを確認しておいてくださいね。
Will do! She says that I look at the back of my left hand. There's one command seal left inscribed. I only have one? I had 3! Command seal hold absolute directive authorities over servants. It's a special command that invokes all kinds of coercive power upon a servant in return for expending one. Simultaneously, they serve as proof that one is a master. When a master uses them all up, what happens again? You stop being a master. That's what happens when you use them all up. You cease being a master. Thing is, and for you, Senpai, command seals are kind of fucked up because they can be used to empower your servant or call your servant to your side. But of course, it's like basically like 3 commands and that's it. Technically, it's only actually 2, because if you use that last one, you are no longer a master. And this is the thing that sucks, is that you can literally force them to do anything. If you have a hot servant and you want to have sex with them, you can literally use a command seal to force them to have sex with you. That is a thing you can force them to do. That is what the command seals can do. That's how powerful they are. They can resist, yes. They can resist it, they can fight it. And some have, like in the series, like at one point, someone ordered like their servant to kill someone that they didn't want to kill, and they resisted it, so they used a second one to really double down on, like, you know, kill that person. It's terrifying how powerful, like, you know, those things are. Thing is, when servants sign up to become servants after their deaths, they're told this. They know this. They understand that it's a risk that they are taking. That, like, they need to match up with someone who they feel like they can get along with. And most of the time, that is what happens. But not always. Whatever. What matters is that I have a proper contract with Saber. Oh, god damn it. If I shut my eyes, I clearly feel my vital source. My magical energy flowing into Saber. Saber's alright too. Which, that was a thing in the original that didn't happen. In the original, Saber started out super weak. Or like any of your servants started out super weak because you couldn't really connect with them properly because of you being a ghost in the system. But that is also a plot point that like gets fixed along the story. Whichever one of the 2 girls you help out, they help fix and repair that so that it doesn't keep happening. Although I want to meet with Saber soon, I'll put off going to the student council room and head directly to the classroom on the right on the 2nd floor. It's backwards. The school was... This is backwards. Simple table, okay. I had Saber wait in the classroom because she was a little hard on the eyes. She looked different from what I'm used to. Waking up from a long sleep is mentally draining enough for you, so I had them wait somewhere else. What do you mean she's hard on the eyes? She's very easy on the eyes. Are you kidding me? Is this a new game? Hey, what up, Drake? Welcome. By new... not really. it came out on the PlayStation Portable years and years and years ago, but it was never translated into English, literally until January of this year. A very dedicated team that they decide, like, this team originally, they made like a definitive edition of the original Fate Extra, correcting some things that the translation literally got wrong. The translation of that wasn't the best, and they fixed some things that, you know, made it more understandable and easier to understand for the audience, rather than using like technical jargon that the original used. Like they did like a definitive edition. Also, they made it so that in battle they added subtitles, because you couldn't tell what the characters were saying to each other because it was in Japanese. So they added subtitles when in battle characters would talk to each other. So like they made like a definitive edition, and then they decided, well, Fate Extra Triple C, CCC. I as a joke, I just been calling it Fate Extra. But for Triple C, they decided like the whole thing was in Japanese, and since they had worked with the Japanese version of the original one, they were like, it wouldn't be that much different to translate this one, so they did. I'm playing a like English modded version of it, and yeah, it's pretty damn good. I have to say, I haven't noticed any huge errors or typos, which, believe it or not, in the original, like, I own the original game on PlayStation Portable. The number of typos in that game is extraordinary for an officially licensed game. This team is doing a crack job at this. So, while this game isn't new, it's brand new to me. I don't know what's going to happen. I've never played it before.
Hey there! If you enjoyed this video, why don't you consider subscribing to my Patreon so I can keep making awesome videos like the one you just saw. The link will be in the description below, and as always, have yourselves a beautiful, beautiful day.